We will, in fact, reduce inflation. Reduce inflation. Reduce inflation.
We got it.
The Democrats, as the stock market spiraled and collapsed into absolute ashes yesterday, the worst day for the stock market in many years, one of the largest days of collapse in many years, everything falling directly through the floor. Joe Biden held a celebration. He invited hippies to come sing. He invited James Taylor sang a song about drugs and suicide, which is a little weird given Joe Biden's son and given the fact that the stock market was committing harry-carry on screen, live on screen, as Joe Biden was screaming at the crowd there, screaming. Joe Biden essentially dropping an F to the audience. Listen.
I'm deadly earnest about this. Imagine being a mom or a dad. Looking at your child, you know the needs of innocent to live, and not having the money to pay for it. Not a joke. Think about it. Think about what you'd think about at the time. Think about how you'd feel if you didn't have the insurance and didn't have the money. It's wrong. It's not who we are, and we're going to fix that too.
Can't you just use this recent photo? All right.
There's a meme called the old man yells at cloud meme. It's from The Simpsons. It's where an old man is yelling at a cloud. It's like a newspaper article, and the old man yells at the cloud. That's Joe Biden. Joe Biden did the meme. Joe Biden did the meme. As appreciators of memes on this show, I mean, we gotta give him a tip of the hat for that. We don't give him any tip of the hat or jacket for essentially tripping on his own jacket during the performance. This entire thing was such a train wreck. It's so embarrassing. Watch.
The future of America is bright, and the promise of America is real. It is real. It is real. This is an extraordinary story being written today in America by this administration as I step all over my coat. Good thing my mom's not around. But look.
It's a weird thing to say about your dearly departed mother. Good thing my mom's not around? Okay, yikes. Thankfully, my mom, who watches the show from here in Florida, hi Dana, my mom, I would never say such a thing. I would also never stomp on my jacket on stage like a complete freak and weirdo. Also, freak and weirdo, it was freaky to see Joe Biden give some large pronouncement of how great the economy is doing as the stock market collapses live on TV. Neil Cavuto had this to say on Fox News about it.
Pharma blocked Medicare from negotiating lower drug prices.
All right, I do not want to be a party crasher, but we interrupt this sell-up. Stocks tanking because inflation is accelerating. The very inflation that the president said he's made great progress addressing.
And don't jump from up there, okay?
Heralding his Inflation Reduction Act as the boon for the economy that we didn't see in a key number out earlier today. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto. And Fox on top of a sell-off, the likes of which we've not seen in quite some time. In percentage terms, the roughly 4% hit in the Dow is the worst we've seen in 2 years. Ditto the S&P 500. And again, the NASDAQ. All hit and hit hard because inflation remains stuck and no one can get it under control.
Joe Biden was so dishonest that he actually had CNN interrupt him live while he was giving his remarks. CNN, of all places, cuts in and says, yo, the president's lying. Take it away.
Okay, you're listening there to President Biden at the White House. He's celebrating the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act. He says that he's been fighting Big Pharma for decades. But there is this unfortunate split screen right now with the Dow taking a total beating, down more than 1,200 points. And so it feels like it's hard to be celebratory for some people in the crowd.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to be celebrating. Kind of an unfortunate split screen. Remember how CNN used to like troll Donald Trump live with the little chyrons? Man, that would grate on my nerve. Man, that would infuriate me. They'd be like, Donald Trump says that Jerusalem is the Holy Land. Correction, Jerusalem bad. Trump orange man. Like it was so pathetic. CNN was such trash. A dumpster fire. And so was this event yesterday. Just a complete dumpster fire here. The event was going on while inflation was skyrocketing. Again, inflation artificially low. It was 8.3%. That was the number for August. 8.3% inflation. That's higher than they were expecting, and it was actually, it's super low because it should be. Real inflation is like 15% because they're draining the petroleum reserves. Nancy Pelosi, on the other hand, still has to ask people to clap for it. This is how pathetic the Democrats running the economy is. Nancy Pelosi had to beg people to clap for her at her own event, all right? Here's Nancy Pelosi doing her best impression of Jeb Bush. Go.
Mr. President, thank you for unifying and inspiring a vision of a stronger, fairer, safer future for all, for our children. Your extraordinary leadership has made this glorious day possible. That's an applause line.
To get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
That's an applause line.
That's an applause line.
Again, like, if you cook someone a meal, do you have to, like, run up to them and be like, this meal is delicious. You will like this meal. It's tasty. Like, you shouldn't have to say that. If someone wants to applaud, they'll applaud. All right? That's how it works. You shouldn't have to, like, run up and demand. Like, what if you were a comedian? All right? I try as hard as I can to be a little funny on this show. We have props and everything. What if I had to run up to people and, like, I tell a joke, I'm at a nightclub, I tell a joke, and then I'm like, the joke was funny. Laugh. You need to laugh. Like, what would you do? Well, I mean, you'd think I was a freak. You'd think I was super creepy. And you'd probably leave the club. You'd finish your drink, you slam your bourbon, you'd be like, that guy's a freak. I'm going to unfollow him on social media. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears taste like ice cream. We ridicule the establishment, and we do so because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you liked what you saw, please click the thumbs up. Please punch, subscribe, and ring the bell to let you know when we have a new video. Don't you want us to let you know when we're live? Please check out more of our videos here and sign up for our mailing list in case something happens and the plug gets pulled. We want to be able to keep in touch with you. My name is Benny Johnson, and thank you for watching. Based Patriots, stay free.